Just had the opportunity to go ski Japan for 10 days in Hokkaido. So today we'll go over the whole experience from the skiing, of course a lot of POW, to the logistics and the overall experience. As you'd expect, it was a lot of skiing and a lot of good snow, but there's a lot more to it. So we'll get into that today. Of course, if you've already been in Japan, already been in Hokkaido, there might be some things that you already know. But if you haven't, I think you'll be very, very interested to know a lot about what's going on over there. And without further ado, let's get right into it. And here we are. We begin our trip on the 18th of January in Tokyo, Haneda. This is the main airport. There's also Narita, which is around, which are some hours in the plane from Europe. Suggest you do the Visit Japan web QR code. It saves a lot of time through customs. There's like 2 lines, and I did it, and it went super quick, super efficient, super fast. That was great. Picked up my luggage quickly also after. As you can see, there's also a lot of other people who are doing the same thing. Forgot to get an adapter for my outlet, so I got one here, as well as like eSIM. It was super cheap. I think it was like $20 or something. And then I had to change terminals. I was terminal 3 and the other flight was terminal 1, so I just took the shuttle. Went super quick and efficient. Landed at 8. Didn't really know what to expect. It's actually pretty warm. It's like, I don't know, probably between 15 and 20 degrees. And it took me just over an hour to get my baggage past customs and get some stuff and hop on the shuttle. So it was actually super quick. And then here, checking in for my other flight with Erdo. Had to pay an extra for the amount of kilograms my luggage was, but it wasn't too expensive. I think it was like 20 euros. I'll make a countdown for everything at the end. On the way to Sapporo Nushito's airport. Of course, you can ski in the main island, but the North Island gets more snow. This is kind of the overview of some of the bigger resorts. Waiting for the flight to take off, getting some noodles, and there we go, in the air for like an hour. Welcome to Hokkaido with Erdo. Let's go! Once you arrive in Sapporo, you can take a train that takes you directly to downtown. Looks like this. It's super useful to have the Suica card that you can use in the train. You download it on your phone essentially, and then you can use it on the train, on ATMs, vending machines and other things. Here I'm waiting on the train station. It was so cold, super cold, and our accommodation was in Otaru. You can actually take the train all the way also to Otaru, but I was meeting my friends in downtown Sapporo to pick up the rental car. Some of them were coming from the US, some of them have already been there for a while, so that's why we met in Otaru. But you could also technically take the train all the way up to Otaru. Here we are, finally met up. The city is kind of big. It honestly reminded me a little bit of the US. And yeah, that's the way all the way to Sapporo or Otaru. Lots of Lawsons, of course. We'll come back to this down the line. And here we are the next morning, touring the house, Tenguyama Yuki Lodge. Thanks to Pete and Megumi for hosting us. There's 2 levels in this house, each with about 5 beds total. So it was super comfortable just to hang out and have all the boys there. We got up, got breakfast at the 7-Eleven, got ready, and went for a little tour above Kiroro. So based on the forecast, that day was going to be the only day without too much snowfall, so we decided to go for an easy tour on the other side of the resort along that ridge here that you can see. So it was a super mellow hike. And then we found a zone that we kind of just lapped and all jumped, and it was really, really cool. It's pretty close by to the place we're staying at as well. Here we're going up. A lot of good snow, but yeah, it hadn't snowed in like 3 days, but it was still like super, super good conditions. A lot of low POW. You can see the ski resort over there, and of course the bamboos that are kind of sticking out of the snow, which is always a fun sight to see. after a good couple hours, honestly, I saw maybe like 2 other groups. We decided to head back down and then check out local grocery store and get some food and snacks for the trip. And then we ate later on the sushi shop. It was just so good, just the best fish you can imagine. It's such a good atmosphere. The next day, the forecast on our side of the island announced a lot of wind and some snow, so we decided to drive north to Kamui and check it out, as it was supposed to be a bit more good conditions. The drive was a bit long, right? It was like a bit over 2 hours, but the resort was super fun. And then when we finally made it, it was super sunny and good conditions all day, so that was a good call. There was also buses that went all the way from Sapporo, so you could all take that too. This was kind of the overview with the main area with a gondola, and then kind of a side area that has a double. There was a nice little restaurant at the top, and some good views. And this was kind of the first resort day. I think the pass was like 30 euros. So here there's really 2 main zones. There's like the main zone, which is on the south side, and then on the northern side there's the other zone, which has some freeride competitions. And you can also ski kind of out of bounds on both ends of the resort, and they're also like really fun and good terrain over there too. Get some good food for lunch, very typical Japanese food, and then headed back for the day. And the next day we finally made it to Niseko. As you can see, it had started to snow a lot, and there was also a lot of people, and the ski pass was also a lot more expensive than others. It was the most expensive. It was like $90 for one day. You did have some discounts if you had like an Nikon, or if one of your friends had a Nikon pass. It was a bit further out, an hour and 20 minutes. We did both ways. The one showing there is kind of more the highway, and then the one showing on the right was kind of more through the mountains. A lot of good zones there, but you just need to find a place to park, and then you can access a lot of cool backcountry terrain. When it comes to Niseko itself, it was a lot more crowded, and we ended up parking at Grand Hirafu. And from there, kind of going over to Ace Gondola, and kind of lapping that pretty much all day. Like steep terrain, trees, it was super fun. But of course, it's a lot of other runs as well. And at the top of the volcano, you can also take those kind of iconic single chair lifts, and you can also just hop over to the other resorts. There's 4 of them. This was off the top of Ace. Good hits in there. And then so much snow. I think it was probably the lightest snow we've skied Niseko, because we came back later on the trip. It was the lightest snow and just funnest to lap. And there's also night skiing there. In Japan, you usually have to put those kind of tips over your skis when you go in the gondolas. Not quite sure why it's for, maybe for protection, but always interesting. And then here on the way back to the crib for a good day, and then after that we ended up making our way back to another grocery store, checking out some of the local snacks. All this food was probably 8 euros. That was a good deal with the yen at the moment. Next morning, get up, see it's dumping again so much. It was just kind of snowing every single day, to be honest. Like every day, between 20 centimeters. Here we skied the resort next to where we stayed, called Tenguyama. And it wasn't open yet, so we just hiked kind of the run to wait for it to open. And right after this, it opened.
Yeah, dude.
Our accommodation was at the bottom of the resort, and the resort is kind of overlooking Otaru. I think the ski pass was about 20 euros for the day, and there's also a big cable car open for pedestrians. And at the top of the cable car, there's a super nice ramen shop. But then the resort stayed open, I think, for like 2 hours before it closed. Then the snow kind of carried on, and this was just in one morning. All the snow we had to shovel out because while we were skiing, it kind of started snowing right back again. And here's like a mini slab that's releasing as we're trying to get the cars unstuck. So after that, we got the best chicken sandwich ever at downtown Otaru, and this place called Flamingo. I highly recommend. And here you can see the ski resort where we were at right before. And at night we ended up cruising over to Onze, ski resort nearby, for some night skiing. It was super fun, and you had a good view too. You can see it on the highway when you're driving from Sapporo to Otaru. So it's super close. I think the pass was like 20-30 euros. Nothing too fancy. There's one main lift, but very fun night skiing. And a lot of people from Sapporo go there, I guess, as well. So it was a really good day, and on to the next one now. So after that, the goal for the day was to hit some classic Japanese abbey barriers. So we went out in the backcountry, scoped this spot out, and then tried to do it. Then the local road authorities stopped us because it was on a, I think, national road. So we had to get the fuck out of the place. But then we went on another spot, and then tried another spot out, and then that was quite successful. Then we came back again, seeing Tenguyama. That was over skied a couple of days ago at the end of the day, and we finished the day skiing, or not skiing, but going to the classic onsen. So it was also quite nearby our spot. It was actually a hotel, and then the entrance is like maybe 2 or 5 euros, and then you can just take a shower, relax, hot tub, sauna, and it's a nice way to finish off the day. Next day was also a backcountry day, so we loaded up the car, saw so much snow again, kept on snowing, saw the local snow removal services, and then classic kind of coffee stop at the Mount Yotei foothills, so right on the other side of Niseko. Going up, and there was several other crews at the zone that we stopped at. It was a super mellow hike up, not very steep, up to kind of the steeper part that we are going to get to at some point. This is the classic sandwich snack, the rice triangle. You can get it in tuna or other flavors, and it's super good. Then we get to the first zone, and we try. Everybody kind of gets in line and tries something else. So this was super fun. One thing that was kind of cool to note is that the snow, when it snowed, it kind of became colder. As in many other places when it snows, it usually means that it's warmer in some capacity. But in Japan, when it snowed, it meant that it was super cold. Here we're back at Niseko, night skiing, before one of our friends makes an appearance at a club as a DJ. So we're just kind of starting the night out with some night skiing, and again dumping all night. So that was super fun, kind of going back to the zone where we went the other day on A's Gondola. Oh. I don't know. we're getting ready for the night, and here we are at Freddy's in downtown Niseko, just having a good time. Saturday night, trip, so have everybody out and have a good time. A lot of
Can you give me a ride, bro?
World,
please.
Kind of partying all together. So that was super fun. Then we stayed the night in Niseko. Rented a big house down in the village, and then some of us who didn't drink drove home. And while we were out, it snowed again so much, as you can see on the drive home. It probably snowed like 20 centimeters just like in a couple hours. So then, of course, the next morning would be, this is the car completely buried. So the next morning would be a good time to ski. We got up early, skied some more again in Niseko.
Where is the love? Where is the love?
Classic. All this.
Where is the love?
Fried chicken.
Where is the love?
And then the last full day, we also went on a backcountry mission, and what we ended up doing is kind of checking this zone out in the Mount Yotei Backcountry. So we're just 4 of us. One of us put the ABS backpack on in the car, so that wasn't great. And the mission was to kind of go over this tunnel and then find some jumps to hit, or build some jumps to hit, of course. Kind of a hard thing to tour in these conditions when the snow is just so deep. But then it's good to have a group so you can change the leader. Then we get to this zone where there's like 2 snowboarder crews already building or had built jumps. So of course we moved our way, but this was very cool, kind of steep, a lot of good potential, but we let them kind of do their thing. Then we carried on, found another good zone, checked the snow out, so deep. But also kind of getting tired of walking all day after a big trip without taking really no days off. Another trusty rice triangle, and the shovels from the driveway that we wanted to take so we could build a jump. Ended up finding a zone, build like a quick lip, and then kind of seshed it right there on the big pillow. And then went home as it was kind of getting dark here.
So deep. Sorry.
Fuck. Then went back to downtown Sapporo to check out some of the local hole-in-the-wall spots. So this was very, very cool. Kind of little alleys and finding your way down to different restaurants. That can be more or less, I would say, open for foreigners. Although everybody is super welcoming, of course. In this one in particular, it was quite an experience. We had a lot of good food. You had to take your shoes off, and people were smoking inside. And now some numbers. So first of all, about the snowfall, I think we got definitely very lucky this year, because we went from the 18th of January until the 28th, and as you can see, it snowed like pretty much every day, over 20 centimeters. Of course, it's good to go in January, and as the general rule of thumb, but sometimes you can get unlucky. I think we did get quite lucky here with the snowfall. If you take a look at last year, January is kind of like a different picture on those same dates. So it is kind of a gamble, but at the same time, in general, I would say January is quite a good time to go. And also in Japan, they don't really measure, I would say, as much as they do in North America or in Europe, the snowfall. It just kind of snows and that's it. This is kind of the same, the continuation of last year. It did snow a bit more into early February, but then it really stops into March and April. So the time to go is really January or early February. And this is kind of the total for the year so far. As you can see, there was a huge amount of snowfall in January, 450 cms, whereas last year it was barely 160 cms. So it varies year to year, of course, and I'm sure this year was quite good. But again, it was just compared to last year. I could not find something a bit more on average. But this is kind of for the numbers, and then for the money aspect, overall spent a bit over 1,000 euros for everything included. The transportation, so the car rental, the passage, the food, the accommodation, so it's quite good. This is the way back from Otaru to Sapporo. So thankfully there was the train that ran from Otaru to Sapporo, but it was kind of crowded. It was actually super crowded. It was kind of awkward to stand with my ski bag and my big pack, but I think it was some delays with some snowfall. Thankfully there was like a big storage room in the Sapporo main train station, so I could leave my luggage and kind of wander around the city and walk around. The big ice festival that's happening in February was underway, so this was kind of cool to walk around the city and do something else than just ski, because at that point we had pretty much just skied the whole time. So it was cool to see also this historic church. And then this mall with a bunch of shops and the beer elevator and the rice triangles, of course. And here I even paid with my Suica card because they didn't accept normal credit cards or normal Apple Pay or even credit cards. So I could pay with my same card that I used in the train station. Took the plane to Tokyo, went to Terminal 3 to leave my luggage overnight, and then got a hostel in near Shibuya, just check it out and walk around the famous crossing, and then sleep for a couple hours before heading back onto the plane. So overall, just what you would expect. A lot of snow, a lot of good food. A lot of fish, and just like a crazy kind of different skiing experience. It was pretty crowded in Niseko, but other than that, I would say not that crowded, or definitely less crowded than places I've seen in Europe or North America. Fairly cheap as well. We did get a very good deal with accommodation and Pete at Tenguyama Yuki Lodge. But nonetheless, the food and the touring, of course, helps. Not going too much at the resort, and everything made for a great trip. So thanks for tuning in, and hope that was useful for you guys. And maybe see you later for another ski resort or ski zone guide. Cheers.